And I'm really, really fine. You work. Na 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 na. Whoa. Is that how I sound? What's good, Karibo? How you doing, bro? We back to read some Boruto. Yes, we are. Let me just finish responding to this young man on Twitter real quickly. Where am I? That's right. I gotta go on mute. What's good, Tay? I'm good, thanks. How are you? How are you? I'm good, bro. How was the gym? Hope that was nice. We got Valkyria in the chat. How you doing, love? How are you? Hi, Ab-Stract. Hi, chat. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Yes, more Boruto reading because I just can't get enough of some Boruto. Right. New favorite manga. Why not? All right. Where was I about to respond to the young man at? Where's my How do I do this? Let's zoom in real quick. And how do I act like I'm about to post something? You know, I'll just do it on my phone. I'm good. Yourself? Doing good. My neck is a little cramped because I think I slept on it wrong. But then again, in the car, I did get like whiplash when I was going to work this morning, so it definitely could be that. But like right here, I'm feeling a sharp, intense pain every time I there it is right there. Yeah. Other than that, I'm doing good. Work was okay, not too bad or anything. Have you read the Mitsuki one that came out before Boruto? New next Naruto Next Generation. Is that where Mitsuki finds out that Orochimaru is his like father and he fights Log and stuff? Kuribo, is it that one? Thanks for accepting my Discord, Addy. All good, of course, of course. I said I would, right? I'm a man of my word. I said I would, and I did. I didn't message that same night because I really did go to sleep like right after I ended live, but you know, it was, you know. So yeah, let me just respond to this guy, and then we can get started reading. But I can't do it on here for some reason, so it's what it is. Also, what do you guys think about a live breakdown or a live review of Seth the program, not Seth the programmer, Noodles and Swag Kage's debate on Kakuzu versus Pain? I've been thinking about covering that on stream, like in a like mini series, you know, just to go over it. Thought it'd be fun. Okay, he asks me, "What are your opinions so we can see?" Weapon enhancement is not something every shinobi does, nor should it be presumed. Even if they do it, feats would be required for the individual. If there is such a thing as a body enhancement jutsu, it in no way has been overtly verified in manga. In fact, many counters exist. I don't know if I want to say it like that. That feels like I'm seceding ground. I don't know about that one. If there is such thing as a body enhancement jutsu, it in no way has been overtly verified in the manga. In fact, many counters exist. I was going to say, the series has not substantiated. Fans claim it, but the series has not proved a body enhancement technique exists, much less that all ninja use it. That's a pretty good way to say it. Fans claim it, but the series has not proved that a body enhancement technique exists, dot, dot, dot. Much less that all ninja use it. Much better. Much better. So let's save that. Okay, cool. We can send these. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me respond to him, guys. Then we're going to get going. So we can send this one. That's one. Oh, wait. Which one did I just send him? Oh, no. Hold up. Which one did I just send him? AP is prioritized over DC. AP is determined by energy density rather than just the total amount of destruction. Statements without proof, evidence, or feats to suggest they are true are not accepted. Only necessary truths are used. Okay. That's not too bad. Axioms, fictional environments, unless proven otherwise, should be treated as comparable in scale to real life, reality to reality, useful starting point. Yeah. Manga's most reliable source. Yeah, okay. 1 second, guys. You just got to send all these responses real quickly to him. Minimums, when exact energy levels or speeds are unknown. Yes. Hold up. Drafts. Death of the author, author's intent. Facts presented in the work are used rather than interpreting subjective author's intent, or worse, a fan's interpretation of that author's intent. Totally true. Okay. And lastly, the one we just wrote. Oh, well, the two we just wrote. AP doesn't necessarily scale with durability. I'd argue glass cannons. Chakra doesn't scale with stats in a 1-to-1 ratio. Chakra enhances certain stats. Chain scaling doesn't work for the most part because it all depends on chakra control. Boruto fixes this kind of. Not really, though. Naruto contentions. And lastly, this should be the last one. Weapon enhancement is not something every shinobi does, nor should it be presumed. Even if they did do it, feats would still be required for the individual. Fans claim it, but the series has not proved that a body enhancement technique exists, much less that all ninja use it. Fuck with your boy. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Let me pull up the chat. I'm also thinking about switching to StreamYard, guys. Yeah, thinking about switching to StreamYard. Everybody, I did. You don't have to explain yourself. Your life takes priority. Got you. Yeah, it has Mitsuki's first use of Sage Mode. Yes, I did see that, Kribo. I did see that. Okay, cool. Let's get to some reading. It's almost 7 o'clock, so I think I can read for like an hour. Oh my gosh. Get some chapters in. Man, oh man, bro. Ugh. All right, now what are these things called again? I don't remember what these things are called. I'm gonna just call them the buds for now. All right, so the claw grimes are out. We have Code. I'm sorry, not Code. We have Ryu, Mitsuki, Arya, and the other girl. And Sarah is there as well. All right, I'll deal with the claw grimes. You hurry up and take the thorn bulb to Shink. Mitsuki. All right. Big boy comes out here. Here's Jorah. Here he comes. Hey, is that... He matches the description of the Divine Tree's boss, Jorah. Okay, so he takes... Sarad is on the ground. He takes a look. He flies up. What is he doing? He didn't come to grab Ryu's thorn bulb. That's right. Sarada beat Ryu with her Mangekyo Sharingan's ability, Orihime, is what I will be calling the name, Orihime. So he completely ignores Ryu's thorn bulb and goes to Boruto. Well, you cut down the divine tree instantly. Matsuri was pretty beat up already, otherwise it wouldn't have been this easy. What he means is the fight wouldn't have been that easy, right? I don't think her power or durability or anything like that would have changed. The fight wouldn't have been as easy. So, looks like we have particles forming. It's forming. Matsuri's form bulb. Okay. Okay, so the divine trees can be completely destroyed, and then their thorn bulbs will actually form from whatever's left of them, kind of. That's cool. What is that? A miniature Biju Bomb sniper shot. It's Jorah. He's here. So Jorah did he like miss on purpose? Oh, hold up. We got something to calc. Hold up. Hold up. So Jorah is off here in the background. Fires his miniature Biju Bomb shot. And this is the damage we have. This is it. About maybe 4 centimeters. Maybe at that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Although I don't know what I should have been expecting. But this is what hit Boruto. And went cleanly through him. It missed. The pity. Where is he going? Toward Master Konohamaru. A thorn ball. Boruto. This will restore Moegi from her arboreal state, right? Master, there's no time. Please listen. Get out of here with the bulb right now. Take Sarada and the others and head to where you first met up with the Sand Shinobi. What? Wait there for further instruction. Go. You heard me move. You've... So Jorah flies and he grabs Konohamaru very quickly. So, like, here's an idea. Well, no, maybe that couldn't have worked. Because I'm trying to figure out why he didn't just flying Raijin away and then give one of them his marker. No. In fact, they do have his marker, if I remember correctly. They picked it up. So he could have just flying Raijin away and saved everybody, but I get it, plot. He's forming another Biju Bomb with his eye. Oh, Boruto grabbed him. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. Because I was about to say, Jorah's fast as shit. Boruto grabs Konohamaru. Jorah's charging up the tailed beast bomb. He shoots the tailed beast bomb out his eyeball. And we have a big explosion. It's concentrated. I wouldn't say it's weak because its area of effect is low. Although Kizaru lasers do blow up shit if he chooses so, lol. Yeah, the thing though, Tay, is like, what would that miniature tail beast ball be scaling off of? What would we be saying that little ball has the total energy of to say it's so dangerous? That's the thing that we're missing. And like I said, I've said this before. I feel like Zalius, when he scaled Naruto, Triple AP style, I feel like he was being extremely nice, right? Because we went over the ways you can scale a series. You have actual tangible feats where people perform things and then people survive things. You have scaling off of the energy system to where everything kind of balances off of a measurable standard of power. Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Captains, A-Class, D-Class, all that stuff. Dragon Ball, Scouters, all that stuff. And then you have like somewhat narrative scaling, but that's only supposed to be used as a supplementary tool, right? We only get narrative scaling for like people at the like end game people. We don't need to see Imu do any feat that someone else already did. We can process that Imu will be able to hurt the people without showing a feat, right? But with Naruto, like I said, I feel like when he calced these feats, he said, damn, no one's surviving anything. That's kind of weird. What do we do about that? We can't just stagnate the verse. So what he did, I believe, was he took everything a considerable jump up to the next level of wherever something else scaled above. Of whatever, if there was a feat that either would have like should narratively scale above something, but not like confirmed wise, he would say, okay, cool, this is actually stronger because I believe X person is stronger. But with Naruto, we understand we can't just assume X person is stronger because it's a series where pretty much everyone can fight and kill everyone. It's not dependent on AP. I'm sorry, it's not dependent on actually scaling to anything that the other person has that you don't. It's really not. So, yeah. So that's where I'm getting that from. All I could assume is that it's as strong as Biju bombs that can wipe away mountains. But then the JCC for that isn't really crazy. What do we? I think we're talking like city block level. It's not that impressive. But if we wanna, oh, you know what we could do? We probably could actually take the city block. We probably could take the total energy. Oh no, I don't even know if we could do that. I don't even know if we could do that. Saying just because it's now condensed. Well, I'll think about that. You bring up a good point. I'll think about that. We got John the Maven in the building. What's good, bro? Okay, he shoots a tailed beast bomb. Konohamaru and Boruto are safe. He throws Konohamaru. He runs with the thorn bulb. Jorah does not care. Okay. Boruto lands a Rasengan. Question is, okay, so did he throw one of his metal things when he threw Konohamaru? Is that what happened? Cool. He hits Kyoto with a Rasengan. Jorah charges up another tailed beast bomb out of his eye, and he blasts it upward at Boruto. Boruto uses flying Raijin, no surprise. And, okay, it's a shuriken. Okay, cool. Flying Raijin's to a shuriken and goes for a slash. Jorah blocks it with his claw grime middle finger, giving him the bird. The flying Raijin, impressive translocation. It's a bad habit, but fighting a strong opponent like you makes my heart dance with joy. So Jorah thinks Boruto is strong, but Kashin Kojin is more than certain that Boruto would die to Jorah. Jorah, my fault. Very interesting. It seems Boruto is holding his own quite nicely. He really has no chance against Jorah. Okay, she's talking. Okay. That's right. There's no way he can win. Not with the current sequence of events, and Boruto himself has got to be well aware of that fact. Then he's in a pinch. He needs to teleport away, but he can't, even if he wants to, huh? Long distance flying Raijin is tricky. Boruto's teleportation depends on him sensing chakra marked objects, and they're harder to detect the farther away they are. Even more so while facing a superior opponent who's out to get him. And that's not all. If Boruto fled right now, he'd put the others in danger. Plus, Jorah would retrieve Matsuri's and Ryu's thorn bulbs. So Boruto is thinking that he needs to keep Jorah engaged until Konohamaru, Sarada, and the others can get somewhere safe. You mean Boruto's done for, without a doubt. Have a little faith, Kashin Koji. And so, again, guys, I want to go back to these marked objects. Here's the thing. The reason I initially said these things don't make sense, and I still hold that same claim or belief, is because the thing that's not changing with them is his chakra, right? No matter what you're visualizing, it's still your chakra signature that you're going to have to detect and go to. So what would have been smarter was putting various amounts of chakra into these objects. So then you can say, oh shit, I put around 20% chakra in this one, I know where that is. I put around 5% chakra in this one, I know where that is. Having them just be objects of different shapes and then you envisioning them, it sounds smart. It sounds like it could work. It wouldn't work because nothing actually changes. It's still an object. This thing you're still tracking is the chakra. It's not like his mind and the objects have some type of metaphysical link to where the object is now linked to his mind via the chakra. That's not what's going on. It's the chakra linking those things It's the chakra linking the position he's teleporting to and where he is, not the actual shape of whatever he's. That's not what's happening. So I still have the same problems that I first brought up with those with his flying Raijin. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Okay. Otsutsuki Boruto. I believe you know this already, but I've come here to kill you. Because starting with the thorn bulbs, for whatever reason, you seem to know way too much about us divine trees. How you happen to be so knowledgeable about us, given our recent emergence, is a huge question to me. Is your intel source the accomplice who is aiding you? You don't need to answer. Very well. Boruto doesn't say anything cool. Got to have taken some damage from the Rasengan, but I can't read him at all. I guess to take him down, I'll need to use Uzihiko. So Boruto thinks the Rasengan hurt him. At the very least, since Jorah was hit directly in the back, I'm going to assume Boruto gave it all he got. Now, Boruto is correct in that we can't really assess any damage, and it's not like the divine trees are human. I don't know if they can be hurt or will show expressions of pain. Matsuri was more so shocked when Konohamaru used his double Rasengan on her. I don't know if she was hurt, though. No, she didn't say ow or anything like that. So it's a little hard to tell or quantify if Jorah even got injured by that Rasengan. Well then, Otsutsuki Boruto. This next question is out of pure curiosity. What is love? My current opinion is that it is a concept that can be a fatal weakness for you humans, a flaw. That is a side effect of being highly intelligent. Take you, for example. I suspect you know how minuscule your chance of winning against me is, and yet you still came here. To save your friends. In other words, love has lured you here. To your place of death. Okay, something starts to rise from the ground. Don't know if our boy can manipulate the earth. Okay, what is he using to attack? They're in the sand village, but it looks like wood, unless that's sand. Kind of hard to tell. Anyways, Boruto does react. He's able to dodge and react. Cool. He slices what's in back of him because he makes ones appear from the back. Nice. More coming at him. He has to dash and keep dodging. Damn it! Without planting my feet on solid ground, I can't use Uzihiko. In that case. So he's in the air and one more starts to protrude right in front of him. It catches him off guard. It looks like he drops his sword. Ugh. And he gets captured. He gets caught. Cough. And he's spitting up blood. Okay, he's caught, yeah. Jorah's just staring him down. Boruto is heavily injured. Like heavily injured. And sweating. That's a precious object I borrowed from my master. If you do anything to it, you'll face a fate worse than death. So yet again, you shall come to suffer thanks to love. How about this? Simply tell me where your accomplice is, and this blade can retain its original form. Although, either way, I will still be killing you afterwards. You might be right about love being a flaw and a weakness of humans, but, and this is my opinion. Okay, he's charged the Uzihiko. Cool. So him being trapped, even though it's a little hard to tell if his feet are in fact touching the ground, right? But him being trapped gave him enough time to charge the Uzihiko. Or a regular Rasengan, hard to tell. I'm going to assume it's Uzihiko though, but it looks like a regular Rasengan. That's precisely why you will never be more than just trees. Okay, it definitely looks like, this is definitely Uzihiko. Okay, cool. So he teleports behind Jorah. Jorah is able to see him and react to him and all that other good stuff. Boruto goes for his thrust. Jorah cannot dodge. That's important. He's fast enough to at least like turn his head or turn his like attention towards Boruto, but he cannot dodge a point blank flying Raijin attack. Rasengan Uzihiko. So Jorah gets hit with the Uzihiko. And he recovers. The world seems to be spinning, right? Your sense of equilibrium is mucked. You won't be able to fly anymore. I bet even standing right will be difficult. Jorah says this power. It looks like he's having a little bit of trouble. He looks at Boruto. It looks like he hits his chest, and it looks like the energy rotates upward out of him somehow. I see. It seems to follow principles similar to my Biju bombs. Okay, so rotating energy. That's hilarious. Hence, I was able to nullify it. Uzihiko doesn't work on them. Damn it. So like you can nullify Uzihiko via rotation. Is that what it is? Or is there a more nuanced answer as to why his Biju bomb is similar? Because when I think about it, the Biju bomb isn't really rotation actually. The Biju bomb is more so two types of chakra being formed together, at least from Naruto's, right? The chakra coming inward and then like, you know, condensing it and all this stuff. So I don't know how it's similar to his Biju bomb, but hopefully we get an answer because that is a ass pull. Until we get a good answer for that. That's an ass pull. Shout out to Michael Dorsey in the chat. We got Michael. I will be sending you that joint, Michael. I saw you ask for it. I appreciate you, bro. We got Luna Ursa in the chat. More? Oh, yes, man. We got more. Yes. I couldn't get enough of some Boruto. It's like, nah. For real, though. The wifey is working late tonight, so I get a little fun to read and go live. Has Boruto's scaling gotten any notable increases anywhere? Has it gotten any notable increases? So I don't know if you just missed the little rant I just did, Michael, but I was talking about how I feel like that when Zalius scaled Naruto, bro, I genuinely feel like he said, "Hold up, no one is actually," because if you guys remember, I did a whole thing of how a series scales, right? We have the energy systems, we have feats and scaling, and then we have like narrative stuff. Naruto is in a weird place where it doesn't have, it has very little of the actual feats as far as like knowing when to upscale and knowing how a series chain scale, right? It has very little of those. So if you can't determine that, I don't know how one would be able to determine attacks that get exponentially stronger if there's no showing of durability going on, right? So I feel like he was like, okay, cool, hold up. Indra's arrow has to be stronger than what we've seen so far. Mark it up. Give it island level. This attack has to be strong. But like, what actually proves those things? What actually demonstrates it is stronger? Are we just going to go off the narrative? Or do we actually want more solid, hard evidence? Because when I asked, can Kakashi's Chidori as a kid kill Orochimaru back then? Yeah. Can Kakashi's Chidori as an adult kill Orochimaru back then and right now? The answer is yes, right? Kakashi doesn't have to scale to Orochimaru's chakra. He doesn't have to scale to his AP. He has to do none of that stuff. It's literally their fictional bodies that they have to overcome. And that's not a high barometer. That's not a high bar. It's very easy to do. So when you ask me, has the scaling changed? It's hard not to be like critical of that fact. And at the same time be like, no, it really hasn't, bro. Not really. Not really. And I'll say this, right? Because I've said the Otsutsuki somewhat break this durability thing, kind of, We have Kinshiki. I think Kinshiki took like a Chidori to the back or something like that, if I remember correctly. Momo takes a sword swing to the neck. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, that's it for the Otsutsuki. We got Momo and Kinshiki. Jigen. Jigen doesn't really get tagged a lot, except for Baryon mode Naruto, but Baryon mode also didn't show any substantial AP increase. It wasn't even noted to have a substantial AP increase. What Baryon mode was more so noted for was that its speed and ability to shave life. Nothing about Baryon mode suggested much or an exponential increase or rise in AP. So, like, and even if you were here yesterday, I think you left before this happened, Michael, but Sarada was able to kill Ryu with her Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying if we're taking the divine trees, they're supposed to be like the new, like it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. Nah. I don't think it's changed. I don't think it's gotten any notable increase. To be honest, there's many notable increases. Boruto would need to have different types of chakra for that application of flying Raijin to make. Thank you, Tay. Like, how does that make sense? The images aren't connected to your mind, bro. You can imagine them, sure. You can like think of them, sure. But at the end of the day, it's your chakra. You either need different chakra types, or like I said, different varying levels of chakra in each object. The way they describe that shit makes absolutely no sense. Very dumb. Baby, don't hurt me no more. What's good, John? I was just thinking that the chakra would be the shape of the object. It's not that hard. It's not that hard a concept. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He never said the chakra would be the shape of that object. That's not what was said. What he was saying. And so here's the thing. Even if the chakra is the shape of that object, it's not like actually changing. What does it matter if the chakra is the shape of a star if it's still chakra? How's he going? Like, what actually differentiates that chakra star from the chakra square? Like, actually. The shape, man. Long distance flying Raijin trick. Boruto's teleportation depends on him sensing chakra marked objects. Chakra marked objects, right? Even more harder to detect. Well, he doesn't give us the full rundown, but you get it. He doesn't give us the full rundown. It's okay though. Great minds think alike, Michael. More. What's up, Ab-Stract and everyone? It's good, Pack. How are you doing? Am I early? You're not late. You're late. You're not like super late though. We kind of just started. We got Illusionary off in here. What's good, Illusionary? How you doing, bro? So Jorah is the only one with crazy scaling. Mamushi is fighting them in a new chapter right now, by the way, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, Jorah has some. So yeah, Jorah was able to take. If we saw, so Konohamaru's Rasengan was able to completely, I don't want to say disintegrate, but completely, heavily fragment or break down Matsuri's arms and her hands up to her arms almost completely break her down. But again, well, not even again, Matsuri's durability is an unknown. Actually, all the Shinju's durability is an actual unknown. In fact, Ryu got one shot, didn't he? He got hit with the Chidori, and the only reason he didn't die was because he turned to sand. Hidara got blitzed and hit with the Chidori by Sarada. So actually, no, I take that back. Ursa, you're right. Only Jorah has shown good scaling. Only Jorah has shown good scaling. So far, by, I don't want to say not getting hurt by Uzuhiko, because the first stage of Uzuhiko isn't even supposed to be doing damage to you. It's just supposed to kind of prime and prep you. Or at least, even the full Uzuhiko doesn't really do damage. Look at Code. Look at Jorah. But him taking a Rasengan is good, but the thing with that is, too, we don't really have... The best we can say about Boruto's Rasengan is that it scales to the best Rasengans we've seen. But what does that do for us when everyone's durability is trash? Who's gotten hit with the Rasengan aside from Kabuto? Because Pain got killed by it. Kakuzu got hit by Rasen Shuriken. Jubito got hit by a Sage enhanced Rasengan, but he was Jubito at that point. How strong is the Rasengan? Like, I don't like these are questions we need to know, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man, oh man. We don't know why Jorah's Biju Bomb is specifically similar to Uzuhiko. Okay, so we don't know. Okay, cool. So I didn't think that Boruto versus Johnny Joestar could be a close fight. I don't know. Is he from JoJo's? I think there's some info in the Minato one shot about the Biju bombs. Maybe that might give us a link. True. Yeah, the only explanation we got is that the Biju bomb is the basis of Rasengan, but nothing crazy like Karibo said. Okay. Biju bombs don't rotate, they go forward. Right. You're right, Pac. It is dumb. I believe Jorah is rotating his sniper shot, which would explain his aim. Okay. That makes sense. Ab-Stract, what do you make of Zetsu pushing through Madara? Do you think that means he has like insane AP? No, not at all. Not at all. It's weird. It's weird because on one hand, Madara just survived, like barely survived, right? You almost killed me. He just survived Night Guy. Yes, Guy was able to blow off a portion of his body, but Madara wasn't outright like kicked, flew, exploded, and bisected. None of that happened. Sasuke has to come back from death with 6 paths. Let me get this off here because I know y'all gonna get on me. Sasuke has to come back from death with 6 paths enhanced chakra, and now he's able to blitz and cut through Madara. He wasn't doing any of these things before. Zetsu, who has 0 feats in scaling to suggest he should be able to do any of this stuff, is able to stab Madara from behind. The problem is that Madara's body inherently should be stronger than what Zetsu can penetrate. It should be. But Zetsu was confident he could do it because he did it and it worked. So, it's demystified. He was able to do it because he did it and he thought it would work, which is, again, why he did it. No, if like these are times where I would like to say this is an outlier, this is narrative. But the thing is, this series, Naruto, is very consistent with these type of things, bro. It's very consistent. And like I said, Obito being hurt by a Sage Mode Naruto with just a regular Rasengan, and he bled to that degree, and it damaged his body to that degree, is crazy. That's crazy. So no, I don't think it's some high, like super high AP thing. It's just consistent, which is kind of sad. Agreed. People think of Baryon mode as like having more energy output versus something like Naruto's versus Kaguya, Rasen, Barrage, because Baryon mode is stronger, but not in that way, right? Life deletion. Exactly. And this is what I've been pushing or kicking, dropping knowledge on of this since I've started Boruto, even before, but I didn't have the platform. There are different ways to be strong in Naruto. Hence why we say here that stronger is just a euphemism for better ninja. Baryon mode is just a better ninja version of Naruto. It's not stronger. Baryon mode can still get killed by the same things regular Naruto could have. He's just faster. He has higher reaction times. What else? He can do the life shaving thing. That's cool, I guess. But no. We're at. Baryon mode was noted to have an AP increase. The difference between Ishiki and Sage's 6 pass Naruto was enough for just punching harder than just wouldn't cut it. Yeah, okay. I think I see the issue. No, listen. I'm not saying Baryon mode didn't make him like any more stronger, right? I'm saying because I think I said there was no like actual exponential increase or something like that, right? I'm not saying Naruto can't hit harder or anything. He probably does hit a little bit harder. But that's not the selling point for Baryon mode, and it wasn't enough to actually affect Ishiki in the ways that we would have been looking for at all. And I don't know where you got it was noted to have an AP increase. I would presume it has at least maybe at least a two times maybe, but even that's like kind of we don't really know. I disagree, Ab-Stract. I think the mechanism is the chakra would mold around the object such that him envisioning which object would allow him to sense the actual difference between whichever object. So the chakra molds around the star, and you're saying he envisioned. So the chakra molds around like the star or the square. He then envisions that, and then he goes to the one that he's trying to envision. That kind of makes sense, but it's still just chakra at the end of the day. So like, because I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But my thing is, and I don't know if I want to go into this. All right, listen, I won't go into, I don't want to go into it fully. I don't want to go into it fully, but I get your point. I get your point. Johnny Joestar is the protagonist. Okay, gotcha. Zetsu was using Obitu's body when he snuck Madara. That doesn't really help. Obito was like really fucked up at that point. Number one, I don't think he was even the Ten Tails at that time. Number two, Ab-Stract, on a side note, if you ever get a chance, could you react to? Yes, I've been meaning to do that, Pack. I'm gonna put that in my videos real quick. You said react to King of Lightning, Ichigo versus Yusuke, and his bleach scaling in general. Okay, sure. King of Lightning. Okay, yeah, we'll save that for a video watching day. My interpretation of the potency of a jutsu is correlated to how much chakra is put into the jutsu, quantity or quality-wise. It's not proof that the AP is crazy high, but I think Sage regular Rasengan hits harder than non-Sage regular Rasengan, for example. No, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. The thing is, Sage mode, at least Naruto's Toad Sage mode, has clear, concrete examples of quantifiable increases. We got so we get a statement of increase in perception, and we also see Naruto have a great increase in perception. We get a statement of your body's activated in whole different ways, and we get an actual feat of him surviving rocks that would have incapacitated him before. We get a statement of you're a lot stronger now, and he is actually physically stronger, right? So I don't have a problem. I don't think I have a problem with Sage mode techniques enhancing regular ninjutsu. I think that's fine. I wouldn't like go 10 times or anything like that, but I think that's fine at least. Baryon mode gives a minor power buff too. I would agree with that. Yeah, it's not that crazy, but that proves that chakra quality or quantity affects the potency of jutsu. Yeah. If you guys remember when we first went over that thread of chakra potency, there was things I disagreed with, but overall, when we see the difference between Hinata when Hinata fights the Ten Tails arm thing and she's able to push it away, I would surmise she wouldn't have been able to do that beforehand, like without getting Naruto's chakra cloak. So that's like a verifiable increase. Kakashi being able to use Kamui a lot more and on bigger things, I would also surmise is a testament to chakra quality / quantity. But then the question becomes, can he only do it because it's Nine Tails chakra or because he has more chakra? And see, that's probably the bigger difference that I would be looking for some of these things. I'm to the point where it's like, okay, cool, I don't mind accepting it, but I'd still want to like sift through the hard evidence of all these things. Let's take Sage mode, let's take Curse Mark, let's take Biju chakra and regular chakra and see, is there any, like for example, when Sasuke went to stage 2 and he used his fireball jutsu against Itachi's, we would have expected Itachi's to lose in general, but that's not what it was looking like. It looked like Sasuke was winning because he had more chakra, not because his fire style was stronger. I don't know that. I mean, like, Like if his fire had turned a different color to signify that it's stronger or something like that, that would have been cool. But we really don't know. It could have just been that Sasuke activated curse mark and got more chakra. That literally could have been it. And Itachi was like, well, I'm not about to keep wasting chakra. Let's use Amaterasu to beat this out. Okay, Mitsuki uses Sage Mode to defeat Claw Grimes. This is sad. That, by the way, that's sad. He should not be using Sage Mode to defeat Claw Grimes. Are you okay, Master Konohamaru? I see Arya took Ryu's Thornbow. Yes, he's headed toward the tree holding Shinki while carrying Yodo. I truly feel bad about Yodo, but these divine trees require that level of resolve. I'm sure she'd be happy that we acquired the thorn bulbs. But Mitsuki, our mission isn't over yet. You mean Joda? I saw him fly toward where you were battling Matsuri. Without a glance at us or Ryu's bulb. What's his target? I was about to be killed by Matsuri when Boruto came swooping in and saved me. Jora showed up soon after, probably to kill Boruto. It seems erasing Boruto is a higher priority to them than retrieving their companion's thorn bulbs. Master, let's go help Boruto take down Jora. No, our mission was only to secure thorn bulbs. Boruto is well aware of this. The only reason I was able to escape so easily is that he's holding Jora's attention. But listen, Mitsuki, our destination is our initial rendezvous point with Sand. We need to head there. Boruto's instructions, I think he has a plan. Our only option right now is to trust him. Cool. Well, as long as we agree that Hashirama is the strongest shinobi. I mean, Hashirama's fire. I'll never hate on Hashirama. I think he's sometimes overlooked in the Naruto community. I think he's sometimes overlooked, but he's extremely OP when you think about it. You're right. Bootleg jank Raijin is not clean as a jutsu. That's what makes it cool, though. I like that he put his own twist onto an already existing jutsu. He didn't just one for one copy it. I do like that aspect. So, props to him for that at the very least, right? Why couldn't Jigen get back into the Kara hideout? He lost his Ishiki. Oh, that was fire, John. That was fire. Come on. Ninja can map out entire areas using area scan technique. This new Flying Thunder God shouldn't be hard to envision. Why did Naruto put so much strain on his relationship with Boruto? Whenever his son needed him most, he was always Rasengan. Get him! Hey, that was fire, bro. I like these puns. These are some funny ass puns. If you agree with me on AP equals chakra output, quantity/quality, then we can scale how strong an individual like Naruto gets over time. All right, so qualifiers, right? AP equals chakra output. So what I'm saying with that is, I believe the quality and quantity of chakra that you're putting into an attack can affect its AP, right? That is to say, if Sasuke only has 20 chakra, but his chakra control is magnificent, he can get more out of that 20 chakra than Kakashi with 100 chakra. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you're saying that though, Luna Ursa, right? Because I'm still factoring in chakra control, something we can't actually determine, but that's why we actually use feats and scaling to get all that stuff. I am not saying because you have X chakra amount and X chakra quality, your technique is now inherently or whatever word better than anyone else who would be doing the technique. I don't believe that. No, if that's what you're saying, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the first thing. Like, do you think adult Naruto is 100 times stronger in terms of chakra output than Kid Rasengan Naruto? I also don't think the type of chakra always dictates the function. Take it easy, Michael. Let me read that again. Do you think adult Naruto is 100 times stronger in terms of chakra output? That's a weird way. That's a interesting way to phrase it. 100 times stronger in terms of chakra output. 100 times? No, probably not 100 times. If we take the volume of Naruto's Rasengan, which I think Zayla's got the building level, and we were to multiply that by 100 times, what would that be actually? Maybe. It might be. Depending on what that number comes out to, it might just be. Maybe. I'd have to think about that though. I also don't think the type of chakra always dictates the function. I think I can agree with that too. It kind of just depends. You know, this is why the Naruto power system is like actually slept on, because it is really complex, but also very nebulous too. It's hard to really pin down. It's really hard to pin down. Like, I think you can make a cloak or reinforce your durability theoretically with any type of chakra. It's just nobody does it. Theoretically, I would agree with you. Honestly, theoretically, as you just said, it's just that no one has demonstrated it, and it would be really hard. It would be really hard for people, because releasing chakra, and you know, I've said this, you said this, releasing chakra from all your chakra points at once is no easy feat. Much less maintaining that chakra the entire time you're fighting. Why did Kiba struggle finding a date? Because he was a stinky doofus with delusions of grandeur. Hey, yo, John is killing me over here, man. To Blue Vortex, Mitsuki does use Sage Mode more liberally. And then in the Naruto Next Generation anime, Mitsuki using Sage Mode was an absolute last resort. Good. They really named him Meat Ski. Oh, man, that's hilarious. I agree with the way you think about chakra for the most part. I think it's more about the first thing. Okay. From an adult to kid, tell me the ratio of difference you think Naruto is. Let's see. From an adult to kid. I'll say this. I think in both, because I'm looking at it like, do I believe that younger Sasuke's Chidori would run Naruto as an adult through right now? I do. I also believe younger Naruto's Rasengan, although it probably wouldn't kill him like the Chidori would if it hit him in the heart, I do think him taking that straight on would do significant damage. In base, right? Not chakra cloak, in base. Now, for that Naruto's output, it's a little harder to quantify, but I can 10 times though. I would hope his Rasengan as an adult is at least 10 times stronger than it was as a kid, at least. And that's base to base. I would hope it's at least 10 times stronger. The issue is, throughout Naruto's development, not only does he rarely hit people with Rasengan, the people he does hit, he one-shots. He hit Kabuto with it. Kabuto did not die, but he was one-shot. Did a lot of damage to Kabuto. He hit Pain with it, but we all know the Pain's body's durability isn't that crazy anyway, but Nagato, or I should say Yahiko, dies by that Rasengan. He hits Jubito with it in base, but that's Jubito at, he hits Jubito with it in base, but that's Jubito at that point. As like, you know, the 10 tails. So that's kind of hard to figure. Who else does Naruto hit with the Rasengan? Who else does he actually hit with it? Other than that, we just see it clash with other things or be used to block other things. Like I said, I would like to think it's 10 times stronger, but I really have no metric to go off of. And then with the Rasen Shuriken being his real like ace in the hole technique, he doesn't really even fall back on the Rasengan like that anymore. So I would probably say I would probably give him a minimum of 10 times AP with his techniques, namely Rasengan. He should also at least be 10 times faster. I don't think his durability changes much, if I'm being honest. I still think the two attacks that I named from part one, that being Sasuke's Chidori and Kid Naruto's Rasengan, I think those would still hurt him. I think those would still hurt him. But like he should be faster and have higher AP though. Absolutely. I'm not doing that. Yeah, he should be faster and have higher AP. Could Kid Kenpachi beat Kid Naruto and Sasuke? Pack, is that a real question? Pack? I think the best that a ninja can hope for through durability is the reinforcement they naturally do for their regular peak superhuman offense. Regular ninjas scale slightly to their punches and Dora. Yeah, I can agree with that. Regular ninjas scale slightly to their punches, meaning that in a fight, if, like, for example, if in a fight, Guy is consistently breaking, like, brick walls and huge structures with his fist, and Guy and Kakashi are rivals, we can intimate that Kakashi is going to take a few punches from Guy, therefore his durability would scale to wherever Guy's punches are. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Again, the problem is the punches in Naruto aren't crazy, right? They're not surviving One Piece level punches. They're not surviving Bleach level sword attacks. And the only people impressive in the series that we've seen actually have feats on panel are still Sakura and Tsunade. I challenge someone to show me a better striking feat than something Sakura or Tsunade did. I challenge it. I haven't seen it yet. And to assume or to assert that people scale above them because they're stronger for whatever reason you're saying that, or because they're new villains. No, we're not doing that. Because we understand chakra control is how they get that outcome, right? If you're using chakra control, just give us a feat, bro. Do a better feat than we've seen Sakura or Tsunade do, so we can finally put them to bed and say, damn, they're eclipsed. They've been beaten. This is the new guy. This is who we're going for. And then when people start finally surviving their punches, we might be able to do something with that. Might be able to do something with that. All right. Illusionary says, thoughts on Boruto being a glass cannon. High power, high speed, but no real defense. Also, his resilience on blitzing enemies he has prior knowledge on. 10 directions. Versus enemies he has no prior knowledge. So, Illusionary, you've seen me on Twitter, bro. It's no surprise that I think the entire verse, for the most part, is full of glass cannons, save for some of the Otsutsuki and debatably the androids, but I'm starting to feel like the androids, aka the cyborgs, aren't as durable as I'm thinking. Mind you, Kawaki's durability was set to the highest and his regeneration was set to the highest, yet he got one shot. Very weird. Plus other things, and just Boruto was also very weird with his durability. So, yeah, high power, definitely, right? Biju bombs are cool. Like, in high power within their series, cool, right? Biju bombs are cool. Chidori is a high AP move, cool. Susanoo can do a lot of damage, nice. Chibaku Tensei, nice. Hirodora, sure, right? But when it comes down to it, none of these guys have shown that they'd be able to take that force or damage and be okay. In fact, if we meticulously go through the series, we'll find plenty examples of the opposite. We'll find plenty examples of the opposite. What was the next part? Also, his reliance on blitzing enemies he has prior knowledge on. Yeah. So, well, where I'm at least right now, it seems like he would be doing this even if he didn't know, but I'm not too sure because I haven't gotten to 10 directions just yet. Like, I've seen it, but we haven't like broken it down or anything like that, unless we did and I forgot about it. But you're saying he's blitzing enemies that he already has a foreknowledge of, and that's why he's comfortable blitzing them. For people that are faster than him, this would not be the best idea because Jorah is able to at least track him. He just can't react to him. A faster fighter will be able to track him and react to him, and then Boruto will be the one that gets counterattacked. So it's kind of dangerous. Very dangerous for Boruto. Gotta run soon. Hey, take it easy, John. All right, let me keep reading. Damn it, it missed every... oh, did he get hit by that? Wait, what? Wait, what did he get hit by? What did he get hit by? Did he get hit by something? He got hit by something. Oh, well. Damn it, it missed anything vital, but the wound is deep. The damage is greater than I thought. And he does another Biju bullet bomb. Boruto dodges. It's become clear that the obvious preparatory moves are my Biju bomb's biggest drawback. Okay. So is long distance sniping or close range blasting more effective against someone like you? Jorah flies at him, does another Biju bomb attack, and Boruto dodges. Okay. So, like, at this point, we've seen several feats of these things. The question is, how do we want to move forward scaling these Biju I-bomb bullets? That's a question for y'all. How do we want to move forward scaling these Biju I-bomb bullets? Mind you, Boruto is technically a full Otsutsuki, though his durability also hasn't... Ibiki put hands on him. The attacks are really only showing to, like, fragment stone. Okay, but he's shooting at him. He throws a kunai. He throws a kunai. The kunai's coming. It disappears. Boruto appears. He draws his sword, goes for a slash. Can't really tell what happened here. Very hard to tell what happened here. Jorah goes for his own claw mark slash. Boruto grabs his sword. And he's able to cut off Jorah's leg. Now, he's able to cut off Jorah's leg. And Jorah is able to put holes in Boruto's body. So they're extremely relative. Well, I mean, like, this isn't really... Oh, impressive. So it looks like they're clashing in the sky. Okay, Jorah summons more hands. Okay. Damn it. I'm outmatched strength-wise. Jorah is physically superior strength-wise. However, this doesn't show to transport or translate to his durability, as Boruto is able to slice off his leg. But we do know that Boruto is enhancing his sword with the Uchiha-style Hagoromo. Jorah grabs his arm, loads up a Biju bullet. Boruto does a hand sign. Purple lightning. It looks like that's able to stun Jorah just a little bit. He lets him go. He drops Boruto. You're getting quite sluggish, Otsutsuki Boruto. It might be faster to clobber you to death than try to hit you with Biju bombs. All right, we made it to the spot Boruto specified. But why? But why here? I have no clue, so don't ask me. Jorah flies at Boruto. He's fatigued, of course. He gets kneed in the face. But he's not out for the count. Boruto is at least showing better durability than that fraud Kawaki. I can say that. Even though Boruto did get one shot a few chapters ago, he's showing better durability than Kawaki is. So I'm not mad at that. Jorah flies up after kneeing Boruto in the face and kicking him down or punching him down. He flies up, does a Biju bomb. He does a big Biju bomb. Okay. Boruto sees this Biju bomb. And he uses flying Raijin again. Except this time, Jorah is behind Boruto. Very impressive. He probably anticipated this. Boruto is able to crack, though he turns around and blocks Jorah's claw grime attack, finger attack with his sword. Cool. Jorah is able to cut Boruto's sword. Or he's able to, like, chip it. And he kicks Boruto away. So this is giving me Momoshiki versus KCM 2. No. This is giving me Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke vibes, except Jorah has allowed himself to get tagged way too many times. But that's what it's given so far. Boruto can hurt Jorah. Jorah just is a better fighter. He is a better ninja. And he's not a ninja, right? But Jorah is a better ninja at this time. Boruto just does not have enough. He doesn't have enough. Because Boruto has already shown he can hurt him. He's already shown he can, like, react to him and keep up with him. Jorah exceeds in abilities. Number one, he can fly. Number one, he can quickly spam Biju bombs point blank. Number two, he's physically stronger and can spawn more arms. Jorah just isn't stronger than Boruto for one reason. No, it's several reasons, and it all culminates into his kit being better than Boruto's at this moment. Right? Also, Boruto hasn't employed any strategy, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, and by strategy, I mean he's not using shadow clones, tactics, divergence. He's not planning step by step how to beat Jorah. He's just straight up fighting him. So when I say Naruto fights come down to really who can outsmart who for the most part, or in compatibility and all these other things, this is exactly what I mean. Because he can hurt, like, unlike Sasuke and Naruto versus Jigen, where we weren't really sure if they could even hurt Jigen if they hit him, aside from Jigen blocking with his sword. We were like, I don't know. Jigen's just whooping their asses. No. Boruto has got off Purple Lightning. He's got off Uzuhiko. He's cut him. You know what I mean? He's gotten off a lot of things. He's teleported and blitzed him a few times. He's by no means, like, weak to the degree that he can't beat him. That's not what's going on. What's going on is he is getting out skilled. He's getting outmaneuvered via Jorah's better kit. So I want that to be, like, known and understood, bro. Sorry, I can't watch anymore. At this rate, Boruto will really be killed. Hey, Coach, are you listening? Say something. Ada, could you be quiet for a bit? I'm getting an update. Huh? Okay, no way. Hey, what's going on? What is it that you're getting? Still breathing. You're tougher than I expected. How very Otsutsuki of you. And even unconscious, you hold on to your master's blade. He flies up. Out of respect for your extraordinary grit, Otsutsuki Boruto, I'll wipe you out cleanly with a single blow. He does a Biju bomb, and someone stabs him through the back of the head. And it's probably Kawaki. If I had to put money on it, this is definitely Kawaki. This ain't enough to kill you. You really are a monster. Huh? Kawaki, what the heck? Koji. New omniscience visions for the first time in about 6 days. Okay. Kawaki's involvement. I've never seen this possibility before. Alright, get any idea that 10 directions is better than the Almighty out of here? Very cunning Boruto. He must have relayed something to Kawaki during the past few days. And so it didn't So 10 Directions not only didn't see Kawaki's involvement, but it didn't see Boruto breaking words with Kawaki and that changing. Get it out of here, bro. Get it out of here. What is it, Mitsuki? Oh, why did Boruto choose this location? I'm wondering if he has one of those metal symbols stashed here somewhere. You mean for translocation. Konohamaru, Mitsuki, Saida, all three of you at least look intact. Delta? So Kawaki stabs Boruto. I'm sorry. Kawaki stabs Jorah. Jorah goes for a claw mark attack on Kawaki. Kawaki probably shrinks and reappears behind him. And Kawaki throws, shoots a rod within his stomach. Okay, so this is interesting. This is interesting because the last person we see get shot with rods was Damon, and Damon was able to catch those rods in his mouth. Now, the question we need to ask ourselves is, how strong is Kawaki? Is he at least as strong as when we last saw him with his limiters off? Because apparently the fool didn't notice his power was getting nerfed. So the question is, how strong is Kawaki right now? So yeah, Kawaki shoots several rods at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, I think, no, 5, maybe 6. And some are blocked. Okay, some are cut in half. So he does a Biju Bomb, shoots it at Kawaki. Why didn't Kawaki absorb it? Are we forgetting we have karma? Why didn't he just absorb it, bro? Okay, so the Biju Bomb shot, it goes off into the distance, explodes in the background. Cool. Okay, cool. Hey, dumb bro, wake up already. You're the one who's late, jerk. Kawaki, how can this be? I sense in him exponentially greater power than before. Okay. Exponentially greater. Okay. So Kawaki is 10 times stronger confirmed? 10 times stronger Kawaki confirmed? Sadly, exponentially greater power is an exponentially greater effort or ability. It is just power. You better hold it together, Boruto, because if you run amok, I'll kill you on the spot. Just ignore me and do it. Let's go. Cool. And all of this was pre-karma Kawaki. Good. So he activates his karma, and let's go. Kid Naruto and Sasuke win. Karibo, you are a dishonest broker if you think Kid Naruto and Sasuke beat Zaraki. Regular ninjas scale through their punches because they don't use Sakura's shit. Plus, when Sakura and Tsunade amp themselves, they both fire Chakra out and reinforce their fist and muscle toughness. Like, that's the logical way to look at it. Yeah, that's the most logical way you would look at it. They reinforce their fists, which allows them to, strike stronger things. She killed Kenpachi a few hundred or 1,000 times. Stratified by how high they output specific attacks. Well, how durable do you think base Naruto is? City block level seems fine to me. How durable do I think base Naruto is? What does he survive? Base Naruto? Like, base Naruto, like high end of building level still to this day. Yeah, just base high end building level. All right, a mission in Sunagakure, Sand Village. Yeah, head there as soon as Amados removed the limiters and help Sarda and the others. Once you're arrived, okay, so this is them planning. I don't care. Cool. He gives him the marker. Cool, nice. Something that'd be impossible if we were fighting that monster all alone. All right, cool. So you want me to buy you some time, huh? Cool. Jorah shoots his Biju bomb. Good. There we go. Thank you. Kawaki finally absorbed something. Like, why are we dodging Biju bombs when that's prime time, snack time for you to eat Chakra, bro? Alright. He absorbs the Biju bomb. Jorah is gone after that. He appears behind him. Does Kawaki react? He goes for his attack. Kawaki is able to react. He's able to shrink. Very good. I wish they had given us a better panel for this, because that could have gave us a really good, decent time for Kawaki's shrinking ability to activate. But this angle, it doesn't tell us how close he actually is. The minimum distance we would get is maybe here to his extended hand. But I don't know how. There might be a way we could do that. If I were to overlap that image, it wouldn't be accurate. It wouldn't be accurate by any means, but it would be better than nothing, honestly. But okay, cool. Kawaki's able to shrink and dodge. Kawaki summons the cubes. Once again, I have no idea why these cubes are useful. I have no idea what they do. I have no idea their purpose or utility. I don't think they're that good at all, to be honest with you. But okay, he summons the cubes. Jorah looks like he's summoning, getting ready to fire another Biju bomb. The cubes fall. These cubes also should stop his sensing if he does have any sensing. Cool. Kawaki appears behind him, and he grabs him with his claw arm. So, Kawaki's 10 times exponential, 10 times power boost seems to be enough to also contend with Jorah. That's pretty impressive. And in fact, this is a stark difference from him being like injured by the claw grime and needing his karma just for a claw grime to now like damn near bullying Jorah. So that's very impressive. I think what we can do for Kawaki actually is we can take the 10 times exponential power, but based off the showings, I'm not going to lie. Based off these showings, I would be comfortable giving him a 5 times minimum in power. Or at least like, well, let me not get ahead of myself. Because the actual like, well, no. I think that's fair. Is that fair? I think that's fair. 5 times. So the karma or Kawaki in base got an exponential power boost, but when he's using karma, like this would indicate that Kawaki right now would be beating Boruto right now, while Boruto isn't using karma at least. Because look, he's able to contend with him. He's able to block his claw attack with his staff. Mind you, Boruto uses his chakra to enhance his sword, which is why his sword isn't getting cut in half. But Kawaki's able to just block it with his staff, and his staff isn't getting cut in half. He's also able to swap hands with Jorah very close range and not get overwhelmed. Very good for Kawaki. Very good for Kawaki. In fact, he's able to out-combat speed Jorah, and poke him in the chest. Or the side, the rib, or whatever. Don't know what this smoke is, but okay, hold up. What do we have here? Ween. Blam. So did Kawaki like learn a new technique or something? Why is his staff suddenly like exploding? Shout out to Yonin. We got Yonin in the chat. What's good, bro? Of course you're screaming when I'm at work. Ayo, wait. Hey, yo, Yonin, where do you work, bro? LOL, Jix aside, hope you've been good, brother, Brody. Hey, man, I've been blessed, bro. I've been blessed. I'm married. I'm happy. Work's been good. A little annoying, but work's been good. 10 directions doesn't equal almighty. Don't let anyone gaslight you once. I got you. Kenpachi wasn't that weakened. Plus, he was actively getting stronger the entire fight. In my opinion, they're at least city block level all around when fighting at low scale. No giant AoE. So they're at least at city block level. I would have city block level for them at like a highball minimum. I'm not a highball minimum. I would have that as a highball in my opinion. City block level. Even if we go as early as Tsunade versus Orochimaru and Kabuto, they state that her punches can and will kill them if they connect. That's what they state. That's them. That's not Ab-Stract saying that. Ab-Stract wholeheartedly believes it because the scaling suggests so, but that's them stating she would kill them if, they got hit by those punches, that is. Kenpachi stabbed her with his base Zanbato and didn't think of using Shikai until he saw a meteor. Kenpachi played too much. 10 Directions is definitely inferior to the future sight aspect of Almighty. Absolutely. Kenpachi injured Unohana multiple times in that fight, and she healed herself and kept fighting. She kind of just gave up in the end. Also, she still killed Kenpachi. Yes, she did. Kishimoto definitely found his niche with all these damn eyes. Yeah. Attack mode Kawaki, the legend. Attack mode Law. Koji literally got the update before it happened. No, he got the update while it was happening. What do you mean he got it before it happened? Koji didn't get the update until Kawaki got there. He didn't foresee the future. He literally just said it. If this is Kino, I'm on my friend's pack right now. Hey, what's good, Kino? How you doing? Gojo is more fraudulent than I thought. That's crazy. Where do you scale Naruto / Boruto Kuribo? Like the stream. Hey, like the stream, share the stream, like the video. Appreciate you, Kino. Okay, it is proven Boruto characters can tank what they absorb. And they can tank it with just their physical body without durability buffs or chakra cloaks. Are you asking, or well, you got a question mark, so I assume you're asking. But no, it's not proven that they can tank what they absorb. I've never heard that before. Basically, going off of the mass of the Ten Tails and it's spreading across entire planets, planetary is a safe low buff for characters below Shibai. Whoa, you said going off of the mass of the Ten Tails and it's spreading across entire planets? Planetary is a safe low ball for characters below Shibai. That's insanity. I think building level durability is too low. Naruto and Boruto don't use chakra control like Sakura. They're more like Guy and Lee. Their punches are higher than high-end large building level, right? So, their punches are higher than high-end large building level. Their punches? Like, yes and no. Like, yes and no. For example, take Naruto punching Toneri, where he literally puts all the chakra he used to block the beam into his fist, and he punches Toneri. Yes, during that example, we can probably assume, well, no, we would say his punch is higher than large building level, probably within that city block level range for that punch. But that's not how Naruto punches all the time. And then even in KCM form, that's not how he's punching all the time. That was a very specific punch, right? So that would mean every single punch after that punch, or that's not that punch, would be scaling lower than his maximum power punch. And it would likely be landing on the low end of city block level or the high end of small building level. You said they don't use chakra control like Sakura. They're more like Guy and Lee. Their punches are high end building level or large building level, right? If you're asking about Guy and Lee's punches being high end large building level, I don't think so. I mean, higher. I don't know. I can't confidently say yes because they don't have the feats to demonstrate that they punch that hard. And because yeah, well, they're missing the feats to demonstrate that they punch that hard. And because the people who do punch that hard, being Sakura and Tsunade, probably slightly higher, no one's taking their attacks. Also, Kawaki is a fraud. If you read up to the currently, you'll see it. Damn, that's crazy. So my boy puts on for this chapter, but then he becomes a fraud down the line. That's crazy. When has the 10 tails spread across entire planets, and what does size have to do with AP or DC? See, and that's why I say Kuribo is a dishonest broker, bro. I think Tsunade has been power cliffed at this point for physicals. We now have base Boruto superior to Jigen and shit. You think base Boruto is superior to Jigen? In what way? I don't think base Boruto is superior to Jigen. Tsunade has been power cliffed. Here's the I've kind of already said this, right? Naruto is not a series where we can vertically or horizontally scale and say, oh shit, look, the villains are doing this now. The villains are these guys. They're stronger than things we've seen. No, I just cannot in good faith do that. It wouldn't make any sense. If stats are predicated upon chakra control, and moreover, punching as hard as they do necessitates extreme and delicate chakra control, practice over many years, right? Because it's not an ordinary thing they're doing. So for people to just casually be doing that, I need a feat. For the assertion to be they are now power cliffed in their strikes, and everyone beyond is hitting harder than them, I need a feat for that. I need actual scaling for that. I need feats and actual scaling for that. What they could do is give us someone in a series that gets hit by them and is nearly like kill. I don't know how the fuck they do it, actually. It's very annoying to think about because they don't allow people to survive their hits. If we're going by at least current Boruto, the only person to survive a hit from Sakura was Shin Uchiha, but he was put in the hospital and he's essentially made of Danzos. He's essentially made of Hashirama cells. So even him surviving has a lot to do with his biology, his composition, right? He's not a normal person by any means. His stamina is high as fuck. So I cannot in good faith assume that the verse has power cliff Tsunade just because we think these villains are stronger. I can't do that in good faith. It wouldn't make any sense. And it would disrespect Sakura and Tsunade's actual skill that they have. It would actually disrespect their skill to say regular people can now punch this hard. I'm not giving them that. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense at all. What's up, Neo Matrix? How you doing, bro? Guys, the Dragon Ball cosmology consists of 4 galaxies that was stated in the manga that has countless galaxies inside of them. That means the Dragon Ball universe isn't that big. Dragon Ball stuff. I agree with low-end city block level for their punches then. To me, Naruto doesn't have better skill than Lee, but he hits at least as hard as base Lee by the end of the series. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with him hitting as hard as base Lee. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. But I also don't believe base Lee's punches are city block level either, though. I don't see that. I would believe that Naruto has building level AP if he had feats of punching through someone or exploding people in impact. He don't even gotta do that. He don't even gotta do that. Just show us something impressive that isn't with ninjutsu, your chakra cloak or anything like huge jutsu related. Just show us something impressive. Like, There's a scan they always make fun of. Naruto apparently needed steel. He needed Kurama's chakra to break through steel bars or something like that. I don't know. I don't use it. I'm just saying it's been cited before. He needed Kurama's chakra to break through steel bars. Zoro was cutting steel in Alabasta. Kenpachi was cleaving entire buildings in half in like the first 150 chapters. This is Naruto after he's already gotten control of Kurama. Strength and speed, Code is superior to Jigen, and both of them do not use chakra control to strike hard. Jigen pierced the Susanoo, remember? Yes, well, Code is modified. I don't know why we wouldn't assume Jigen isn't using chakra. Like, okay, so do you think, because here's the thing, do you believe that everyone uses chakra to strike in general? Do you believe that, Luna Ursa? Because I believe just like how Naruto wrapped all his chakra around his fist and punched Toneri, I believe if you gave Sakura that same amount of chakra and same potency of chakra, the feat would have been at least 10 times better because she's better at chakra control and she's mastered that technique. Naruto was doing it, but he wasn't doing it to the degree that Sakura would do it. So Jigen being able to do that, bust through the Susanoo, which is something we've already covered as far as the localized area of the Susanoo anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Jigen being able to do that, number one, we have to remember the boy was amped up on 10 Tails chakra. That's potency and quantity. And he already used his karma, so he was already getting an amp and a boost. So not really the best barometer to use for like a strength scale, I would say. Anyways, our boy Kawaki is able to poke holes right in Jorah. Cool. And he's able to do some decent damage. Poke, 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 poke. Goes for a claw mark slice to Jorah. Slices him down. It's all right. There's no problem. Calm yourself. Kawaki dresses very disgusting. Not in a good way. Like, very bad, very terrible. Okay, Jorah has lost, I think, both of his legs. Whoa, I can't believe he's able to push Jorah this much. Maybe he can actually... No. Jorah takes out a book. Uzumaki Kawaki. As I thought, you're displaying incomparably greater combat ability than before. However, did you manage to acquire such power in so short a time? Uzumaki Himawari. Actually, it's not just you. Uzumaki Himawari, she suddenly transformed before me and showed what seemed like someone else's power. Oh yeah, I gotta file my taxes. Gotta file my taxes. Alright. In hindsight, it's as if Yamanaka Inoji's sacrifice served as a trigger somewhere. And Uchiha Sarada, she too unexpectedly awakened to power, and took my brethren down extremely easily. Sarada did? Every one of these is an unusual situation that would be unthinkable under normal circumstances. And it is in my opinion that what all these concerning incidents seem to have in common is love. Is the topic I'm currently passionately researching, the thing called love. There is no doubt, I told y'all, Boruto is a romcom. I said this, bro. There is no doubt that it is a curious, fatal weakness that you humans possess, but on the other hand, could it also be a factor that enables extraordinary evolution? What do you think, Kawaki? I'd love to hear your honest opinion. You talk a lot for a pest. And Kawaki does his chakra blast. Aw, don't blow your fuse so quickly, Kawaki. I just want to chat with you. Okay, so we don't really get to see if he like blocks it, if he escaped, if he like just tanked it. Unlikely since he wasn't able to take any of his other attacks. But we at least know that base Kawaki, with his full power activated, is relative to Boruto, and Karma Kawaki exceeds Boruto's fighting capabilities. Okay, so he can heal himself. His eye is fixed, his legs are fixed, his rib is fixed, he's fine. I mean, I never expected you to come to Boruto's rescue. For as far as I know, there's only one thing in this world that you want to protect, and that is supposed to be Uzumaki Naruto. A while ago, I went to Konoha seeking him, and was shocked to learn that he had passed away. But now, looking into your sincere eyes, I'm convinced. Uzumaki Naruto, he's alive, isn't he? So I'm right. You're easy to read. I'm not good at lying either. And I know this will likely get under your skin, but I want to consume Uzumaki Naruto. I heard that he shared a deep bond with many of the Biju, and perhaps love had something to do. Love has something to do with that as well. I can't keep thinking that. I can't help thinking that. My fault. I'll do taxes tomorrow. Okay. I'm hoping that I might learn more about love if I devour him. Damn you. Okay, Boruto's back. Cool. Sorry about the wait. We're good now. I've got a lock on the symbol. You're flying Raijin, I take it. I loathe us parting, but so be it. I suppose we're done for today. Let's go, Kawaki. He smacks his hand. He smacks his hand. Give me a sec. Hey, Jorah, listen up. I don't really give a crap about love, but I will give you credit for your instincts and intuition in setting your eyes on Lord Seventh. Don't misunderstand, though. You will die by my hand. I swear on it. Amusing. I appreciate you being frank with me. Now I'm done. Let's go. Kawaki, I'm glad we got to talk. Let us meet again in the new world. It's Boruto's. I was told to drop it somewhere around here because it's harder to sense the chakra if someone's holding it. You might want to take a step back. It'd be pretty pitiful if you got stomped on or something. Oh, that's hilarious. Kawaki, the heck are you doing? That's my line, damn it. Sorry. Okay, cool. I'm not really. I'll read the Ada and this stuff, but yeah, I wasn't sure for a bit how that would have turned out, but we can breathe easy right now. This shouldn't be praised. This was way too dangerous. A wager that could have easily destroyed even the good futures. The fact that Boruto survived itself is a good thing, of course, but thanks to his actions, the future has greatly shifted again. What's the big deal? Isn't that how life usually works to begin with? This isn't someone else's problem, Ada. Mamoshi's going on the move, and his target is you. You're joking, right? Gross. What's with your facial expression? You feel unwell or something? Jorah to Hidara, Hidara to Jorah. Just the opposite, Hidara. Listen to this. Kawaki actually paid me a compliment. There's a modern phrase I just learned that might be appropriate to use right now. Oh, what is it? Totally ick. What? Okay, man. These divine trees got jokes. Oh, shit. We're on chapter 25. How many chapters we got left? Oh, nah. 32? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Nah. We gotta slow down. We gotta slow down. We gotta slow it down. 2 chapters per night from now on. We're gonna fully analyze what is going on. I'll just say this though. They freed Momogi, and it looks like they're gonna free Shinki. Let me see if they free Shinki. Because I'm not reading this chapter. I just want to see if they free Shinki. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like they freed Shinki. At least we don't get to see it. So, we'll be starting on chapter 25. Hopefully tomorrow. So let's yap for a bit. What do we know so far? Well, the Claw Grimes can get one shot by people of Sarada's caliber. Boruto's caliber, of course. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Let's do a quick recap. Go to chapter 1 and let's review what we know so far. Okay. Claw Grimes appear. Hit somebody. Kawaki punches one. He knocks it down. Off guard. Sarada kicks one. She knocks it down. A Claw Grime comes out of itself. Another Claw Grime comes out of itself. Code comes out of a Claw Grime. Boruto appears. Code goes to attack Boruto. Boruto is able to react and dodge. Shikadai is able to shadow paralysis all three of these Claw Grimes. Now, here's the thing about shadow possession again, and shadow paralysis, shadow mimicry, all that other stuff. I'm completely right in stating that shadow paralysis has been retconned. Before, people stronger than the shadow user would be like actually overpowering him, and people would be getting out of it, and like he'd actually have to struggle. We don't see that anymore. We never see it, actually. We haven't seen it since OG Naruto. These things are definitely stronger than Shikadai because a few of them can overwhelm Sasuke. Or a lot of them can overwhelm Sasuke. Well, with Code, I guess, right? But, like, no. He got bit by one, which means he was lacking. So Chocho was able to punch one and throw it into another and kick one and stuff. Chocho behind you. So, I guess the important thing here, like the more important thing here is that so far, no one that's not like important can one-shot them, but they can at least all react to the Claw Grimes. They can react to them and land their own attacks on them. Kawaki kicks another one, except this one isn't put down, right? It recovers. One comes out of this fallen Claw Grime. Kawaki sees it. He gets his head put into the dirt. Now, so his head is into the dirt, and he says, "Guh." Like, he physically can't overpower it. So while they can react to them, the Claw Grimes should be innately stronger than everyone that we just seen fight them. Well, no, they are, right? Okay. And here we go. Okay, hold up. Get out of there, Kawaki. I can't hold it for long. So here's my question. Why didn't he just use shadow paralysis instead of shadow binding? Because with shadow binding, it looks like he can hold them for as long as he needs to hold them. Why can't he hold them for long? Or I'm sorry, why can he hold them for long versus with this one, he can't hold them for long? Like, what's actually going on? Anyways, Kawaki transforms and he blasts the claw grime. He blasts its whole upper torso, in fact. And all of it is gone. Now, it's important to note, now that we know, though, this is Kawaki at his weakest. So Kawaki at his weakest, while he can like react to claw grimes, he's not powerful enough to overpower them physically. But when he uses karma, it gives him enough of an amp to actually like vaporize or yeah, we can say vaporize. That's smoke, right? We can say vaporize their bodies. We just don't know how strong the claw grimes are to find out if this is actually impressive. Because the claw grimes don't have any like AP feats or anything like that. Or physical feats, really. Okay. Now, our boy Boruto, Master Swordsman over here, Star of the North, Fist of the North Star over here, he's able to bisect claw grimes. So, at least in scaling, his sword attack would be scaling along with Kawaki's blast. We can say that. Kawaki's blast was able to vaporize the top end half of it. Boruto can easily cut through them. But it's still on the same enemy, so it's not like a total jump or anything like super impressive. It's still the same enemy, so we have to consider that. But like, you know, it's at least gives us a good metric, because like I said, we're looking at a weakened Kawaki, and this is base Boruto. Base Boruto is doing this casually, more than likely so. And he cuts through several of them at once. Code is actually impressed by this. Now Sarada joins the fray. She uses Fireball, hits them, runs past them. So I'm guessing the ones she hit with Fireball are also one shot. And she uses Chidori, and that's also able to one shot them as well. And Sarada would, of course, gotten caught off guard. What did I say? Boo, this is supposed to be a date. Oh my fucking god. Excuse me. But okay, so Boruto's basic slices are scaling with Sarada's best jutsu and Kawaki's best attacks. So that means Boruto's physical strikes are on par with their best jutsu. That's pretty good. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta use the bathroom real quickly. Don't wait up for me. Okay. So yeah, Boruto's basic strikes are scaling along his contemporaries' best attacks, because Chidori is Sarada's best move aside from Orihime, and Kawaki literally needed his strongest form and a chakra blast to destroy one of the claw grimes. So Boruto, of course, is, looking good. And of course, the Uzuhiko with Kim and Code. Let's go back and look at this. The speed at which Code is able to launch his claw marks is still actually very impressive because we don't actually get to see him throw them anymore. Before, y'all remember, he used to actually throw his claw marks and we got to see them. Now they just spawn wherever he wants. So, the problem is, though, like, the claw marks are extremely fucking predictable. I don't believe Code would beat any competent fighter. I really do not believe he would beat any competent fighter that can react to him. I don't even think they'd have to be like stronger than him. As long as they can react to Code, I don't think he's going to be able to beat them. Anyways, goes for an attack on Boruto. Boruto easily dodges it. Dumbass, get your dumbass out of here, boy. Gets hit with the first. Oh no, sorry, that's right. He blocks it, so Code reacts to Boruto's counterattack. Code goes for another claw mark strike. Boruto grabs uses his sword. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, at least for no, we don't even need to ask ourselves this. They've shown high relativity via stats. Again, the only thing separating Boruto and Code is the same thing that separates Boruto and Jorah. Their kit. Boruto has a lot more going for him. Flying Raijin, Uzuhiko, Purple Lightning, Karma if he desperately needs it, Rasengan. Code has claw marks and claws. Literally. Worst kit in the series. So, you seem real confident. Yeah. Cool. He throws off Code's equilibrium. Yada 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 yada. He's able to hit him. Cool. We understand. We know. Right. Now let's go to that Mamushi fellow attacking Boruto. Oh, actually Kawaki. Doesn't Kawaki attack him first? Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't even fight him just yet. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Where was I last? We got Kino. What's good, Kino? Back on your channel, I see. I missed some things when I went to the bathroom. All right. Strength and speed. Code is superior to... Oh, yeah, I already read that. Boruto is superior to Code in strength and speed. Oof. Is he? I don't believe... He's superior to Code in strength and speed. I don't know about that. What they shown was relative reaction time, relative speed, relative attack power. Mind you, when Code attacked Boruto's sword, it's not like his hand was cut from attacking it or anything, right? Let's look at this again. Boruto's able to react. Cool. Boruto goes for an attack. Code is able to react. Cool. Code goes for an attack. Boruto's able to react. Again. Cool. Now, The only reason we can say Code really got outmaneuvered was again because of the kit, right? Uzihiko is a jutsu that can activate when one is in contact with Boruto. This is what really sealed the deal for Code. Code wasn't beaten because he was outsped or outstrength or out anything else. Yeah. So to say he's superior to Code in strength and speed is And then I'm not even gonna lie. The whole superior to Jigen thing. This is all hearsay. None of this would hold up on the AAAP scaling. Like, I'm willing to grant the benefit of the doubt to move the fucking series along, but none of this would hold up on the AAAP scaling at all. I'm convinced that Naruto doesn't use much chakra for his jabs, kicks, and grappling and base, and to the extent that he uses it in Kurama mode, he doesn't do much besides ride the natural stat amp. Okay. Someone lied to you, Ab-Stract. Naruto doesn't need Kurama to break steel. No one lied to me. It's an actual statement from Naruto. He says, these are thick steel bars, Kurama. Lend me chakra, is what he actually says. Chakra is stamina. Naruto had some chakra affliction causing him to pass out. Right, and he needed Kurama's chakra. That's what he said. Naruto only uses chakra punches in special situations, especially if you're not using the games to inform his moves set at all. Gotcha, okay. Kawaki canonically dresses that way because he doesn't value himself. That's depressing. If Boruto can be superior in strength and speed to Code, despite being only Otsutsuki, meaning still flesh and blood, then I don't see why Naruto can't have high physicals without active boosting. Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't believe Boruto is superior to him, and the claim that Code is honestly only a claim. You can say it was backed by Jigen getting limits put on him. It's like, bro, like, show me something then, Code. Show me something. Show me why you were actually dangerous, bro. Show me this beyond Jigen level threat. Show it to us. Like, what did it look like? Right. Kishimoto, please fire your co-author. Do you plan to read some new series on stream after Boruto? Do I plan to read new series on stream after Boruto? I'm trying to think. I don't really have anything other than JJK to get back to and finish. We will eventually be reading Bleach, but I don't know if I want to do that as a reading or do that as a AAAP breakdown style live/video. We'll see. It's not that bad in my opinion. Y'all just don't like themes not involving these hands. I really hate or hope when Kubo writes Kazui's growth story or adventure that it won't be as bad as Boruto's. Man, oh man. Listen, I don't even think Boruto's was bad. I just really don't like a lot of the decisions that were made within this story. I like Ada's design. That's like the only thing I like so far. I love the Shinju. I like Jorah. I liked Jigen / Ishiki. I like Amado. I like Jorah. He's cool because I like people. Jorah reads books. I like people who read books, so I like Jorah. That's pretty much it so far. Oh, I like Boruto. Boruto's cool. He's alright. He's cool. I don't mind. Kurama explains chakra control a little bit in that chapter. Okay. How another live with no notification? Yeah, bro. From what I'm understanding, YouTube is not sending out noties. Subscribe, resubscribe, and then bell notifications. How you doing, Ig? How you doing, bro? Jorah might as well had said, I'll get you dastardly kids next time. Like shit. Sarada and Boruto are beasts. Not really. See, the thing about Sarada is her only shown feat is on Boro, and her Chidori has no scaling. So, for her Chidori to be able to hurt Hidara, of all people, right? Because here's what I thought would happen with these Shinju. I thought one of two things would happen. When they bit these people, and these people got turned into trees, I thought like the quote-unquote strength level of these people would actually kind of feed into the tree itself, but that doesn't look like it's the case at all. All of these Shinju have shown that they can be injured if they get hit. No one has no-sold an attack, maybe except Jorah in the Rasengan. But like that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And we can't even say he no-sold the Rasengan because we didn't actually get to see the damage. It was covered by his back. We didn't get to see it. But I don't believe Boruto is like superior to Code in all stats. I don't know if I believe that. Okay. Ab-Stract, you should do a video explaining the breadth of the AP of Naruto as a verse. Oof. That feels like a tall order. Hold up. Wait, where did I just see that comment at? Okay. And let me delete that other one real quickly. Okay. What I mean is, how do each level of jutsu / attack scale relative to their durability without cloaks? You know what? I could probably do that. You know what? I could probably do that. Man, oh man. I'll think about it. I took a screenshot of that comment, Luna Ursa. I will think about that. It would really help. It would actually really help because then I wouldn't have to guess so much. And mind you, I'm not like just like randomly guessing. No, every time I think about this, I have a reference point for where I'm getting things. But honing in on the particulars is like a little sometimes finicky or like weird. But no, that's a good video. Those claw things would be fodder in Bleach. Oh yeah, absolutely. What are you talking about? Explaining how lethal every jutsu is in comparison to Naruto's durability would make it easier to organize with why physicals match physicals in Naruto easily, but jutsu have to be dodged. Okay, you know what? Let's screenshot that too. That was a perfect example. I like that. That's a good example. That's a good video. Because if I use Naruto as the base, the only problem with that is Naruto is, we'll see, but he's only an outlier because he uses his cloak and stuff. Other than that, he's pretty much the same. So, okay, cool. That's a good video. I like that. Everything in Boruto would be fodder in Bleach unless the hack / abilities don't encompass space-time manipulation, law manipulation, and tons of hacks that don't scale, don't abide by physical laws. I wouldn't say everything. Well, I mean, it just depends on who you're talking about. But yeah. Fodder comparing to fodder. Regular hollows from Bleach are more impressive. They're bigger, stronger, smarter, and have better abilities. Yes, one thing I do stand on is that I do believe like the most basic ninja is stronger than the most basic Shinigami. I believe that. The Rinnegan Claw Grime is being shown to be notably above those with no Rinnegan. Is that true? Where's the one Kawaki impaled? Did that one have Rinnegan? Okay, that one does not have a Rinnegan. That one does not have a Rinnegan. Okay, that's something to keep an eye out for Karibo. Thank you for that. Edward Leonos, he fought Ikaku has better AP and DC than these claw things. Oh, absolutely, yeah. No shit, fodder is fodder, lol. Edorat is not a fodder, and he is several leagues above these things. Get them past Fishbone first. Well, see, that's the funny thing about fodder, right? Because I had this conversation with my twin brother. Contextualized, damn near everyone can be considered fodder at some point or to some degree when we're like looking up the food chain. Yeah. I don't. If Soul Society survives Code's invasion with, I don't think Soul Society survives Code's invasion with the Claw Grimes. Karibo is a dishonest broker. Show Insider can hurt the Claw monsters. So can the captains and lieutenants. Can even those of the standings should hurt. Yeah. Boruto might not have higher strength, but he has higher travel and combat speed, or at least he's on the higher end of the two. This is without chakra flowing through his body, Tsunade style. He has higher travel and combat speed, or at least he's on the higher end of the two. I mean, that's hard to pin down because all bro does is spam flying Raijin now, and all Code does is spam claw marks. But I wouldn't mind giving Boruto the benefit of the doubt for that. I'm currently reading a post proving why Goku can't negate hacks with just his physical stats. Why? So, with that though, Kino, for negating hacks, here's the thing: we wouldn't be looking for Goku to negate the thing though either. That's not what we would be looking for. We would be taking this series that's being mentioned or named and seeing how high the hack scales within their series. Right? If it doesn't have feats on working on someone as powerful as Goku, then we ought not say it would work on someone like Goku. They're at least equal to Jigen physically, right? So that gets them by scaling to Jigen's feats. They're at least equal to Jigen physically. If by they you mean Code and Boruto? Man, oh man, Jigen. At least, are you asking me? Do I see Boruto just punching through the Susanoo? No, I don't see that happen. I just don't see that happening. If you want to say base Jigen, sure. I don't mind giving you base Jigen. Jigen after he enters his Otsutsukification, no, I don't believe they're at that level. Maybe Karma Boruto, maybe. Karma Kawaki, maybe. And then Code just only has the statement game. Nothing actually verifies he is that. I mean, Code, man. I hate Code. Code has messed up the scaling for this series, and I will never forgive him for it. Read Saint Seiya, please. Ugh. I've watched Saint Seiya. Goku negates hacks with his ki, maybe, lol. I can't remember when Goku negated hacks with his ki / life force. You might be able to argue hits time stop. He negated. Oh, no. He didn't negate that. Jiren did, but you could argue Goku could. The Sand Ninja struggled a lot more than the Leaf Ninja. At least half of the captains are becoming Shinju. Karibo is once again a dishonest broker. The Shinju haven't killed anyone relevant. The Shinju are generally stronger than counterparts. Hidara simply lacks the Sharingan, so he's kinda incomplete. You think him lacking the Sharingan is what made him get bodied by Sarada? Sir. Bugs, Shinju doesn't have a Sharingan. He did fine against Boruto. I'll hit you up on Discord for my interpretation of the breadth of the AP thing. Oh yeah, please do. That sounds like a pretty good video. It would save a lot of time too, so I'm not mad at it. Kid Goten in base can beat those claws. Kid Goten is very, very low tier, and he would be extremely low tier in Bleach. There's a clip of base Naruto eating Kawaki's chakra blast and base no damage. Oh yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, the manga. The anime, right? Yeah. He uses cloak when it happens later to keep the blast from hitting other people. It happened, number one. I don't know what the relevance of that happening even would have for Yukaribo, because he didn't really mention it, but yeah. Busaka Goten would destroy Bleach with ease. Don't mention Mamushi. Actually. Okay. All right, guys, cool. So what we'll probably be doing, since we're coming to the end of Boruto, or I should say catching up so fast, what we'll do is we'll do like 2 chapters a read. That way I don't breeze through everything so damn fast. And we can actually like have a good dialogue and digest what exactly we just read. 2 chapters. So I'll see you guys next time on chapter 27. I got to get ready for bed because I got to be up at 3. Ugh, man, oh man. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure to share the video, like it. Luna Ursa definitely hit me up about that Breath of the AP thing for Naruto. It does sound like an interesting video. It would help me with a lot of other things. It would just make my arguments faster, to be honest. So that's good. But yeah, you chaps, take it easy. I enjoyed your time. Thank you for fellowship. Thank you for fellowshipping with me. All that other good stuff. And I'm a little sleepy, so it's